Hi guys, so today I'm going to do a little bit of chocolate covered pretzel or coating covered pretzels. These are not legit chocolate, let's just be real. But just a quick video, it might be a little bit longer than quick because today I'll be doing two different things. So I have videos on this from the past where you use those big Bavarian pretzels, which I love. So you just dip it and put whatever you want on them. I've had other videos where I've shown you guys how to dip rods really easy. So today I do have some rods here. I always try to look for the ones that are least broken, right? And I've shown you how you can take even a Werther's caramel and kind of stretch it out, kind of warm it up in your hands and wrap it around and then dip it. And then it's like caramel pretzel. It's so good. But today I also found these at Aldi. They're little pretzel rings. That is real cute. So I thought, oh, you can make like a little wreath. And then they had some little ideas on here. It looks like maybe some of the coating and then they just put something on top. I don't know if that's a cooked down or like melted down candy. I can't really tell. This one they just dipped it and put a little bit of peppermint, chopped peppermints on it, and this one they just kind of decorated. But in my mind I was thinking, let's do a little something else that we can decorate that I can show you to make real easily with some meltable, these candy coating things, and just a Ziploc bag instead of a piping bag if you don't happen to have piping bags. So we'll do that. It's going to take a little bit more time, but the rest of it is just going to be dipping real easy. So let me show you what I'll be using. I don't know that I'll be able to link any of these things in the description box for you guys, but if I can, maybe it'll to Walmart for some of these items. Those will be affiliate links, means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. I usually buy this candy coating from Walmart. It's a different brand. It's like Pioneer something. I can't remember the brand name. But I saw this at, where was it? Winco, and that's why I grabbed. So almond bark, white, and also in the chocolate color, coating, flavor, whatever. It's not real chocolate, guys. So I have those guys. You can also use these guys to dip things in. I'll be using these for accents more than anything. Maybe the green one I will dip in. But these are from Hobby Lobby, but you can find Wilton and all those other brands that are out there now. So they're all vanilla flavor. This is red, white, and dark green, but they're all very much vanilla flavored. Some things to sprinkle on or to dip into if you would like. Usually I just kind of do a little splattering of the same colors that we use, but just like mix and match them. But you might want to sprinkle on some crushed peppermint. Maybe add a little bit of Imperials. These are cute. This is for a different purpose, but I just want to show you that I have these guys. And then I like these little M&M minis I recently picked up. Really cute. You can also sprinkle those on. So, however you want to do that. I am using these rods. These are Snyder's. These are Clancy's is the brand, but little rings and pretzel rods. And then a couple other things if you want to continue decorating or do a little more. I do have some sprinkles, some jimmies. I have these guys that since we're melting chocolate, we might as well try possibly from Joanne, these little molds. I have like the little nutcracker, which was my favorite, so I grabbed those. It has a little gift. This one's a little bit bigger with the gingerbread. I don't know if I'll use that today, but I was thinking maybe we'll fill one of these in and see how it goes, because they're really deep and I don't really want to put that much in there, so I'm going to see how little we can put and not break it on the way out. So we'll see. You're going to need some Ziploc bags, and this is to do a little holly, like a hand-drawn holly. You can always hand-draw things with chocolate and let it set up, and then you can just peel it off carefully and use it. So I'm going to show you how to do that today with a real simple holly design. I also have some pans. So I like to put my chocolate, once it's dipped, on something like this. You can put it right onto some parchment, right onto wax paper or whatever. But then it kind of gets like a pool of chocolate around it, especially if you didn't shake it off really well. So I do like to use a cooling rack. This stuff washes off really easily. It is like an oil base, but it washes really well. So I don't mind washing this after, that stuff drips off of it. So I do have some parchment and a cookie sheet. And then I have this smaller one. Just a smaller cookie sheet with a piece of parchment on it, because I'm going to draw on this with our chocolate, okay? You're going to need something to melt in. If you're going to be dipping rods, you probably want something thinner and taller, like a glass, like a Collins glass, some kind of thinner, taller glass. That way you don't have to make this big pool of chocolate to dip into, right? You want it to be tall and thin so you can dip in there. So just something to think about. Whatever you have will work. With these guys, obviously you can dip it into a bowl and no big deal with the rings. But probably just going to start off with something tall and thin for this guy, because that's what I need to be anyway. Well, I guess it depends on the colors I'll be using. Yeah, maybe these will be green and these will be white. So maybe I won't do that. I'll still do 2 different bowls. But let me think about what I want to do. I think we're going to start off with the little decoration because we do need that to set up, and I'll be right back. This part is super simple. I love this because all you're going to do is take a Ziploc bag. Let me get on this side where my mic is. And I'm just going to take a few of these guys. Put this other end out. And I generally don't open the bag that much, but that's okay. Of course, wash your hands. If you're selling these, that's a whole other thing. You want to wear gloves. These are for my kids. And I'm only making a few today because honestly, it's way ahead of Christmas, and I want these better when we get closer to Christmas. So just a few, because I'm not going to do a ton, but you can, you know, fill this up. That's a good amount. You don't want to put too many at a time. But all we're going to do is melt this. So it's super easy. You know, if you have some kind of issue with melting, putting your Ziploc in the microwave, then don't do this. But I am okay with it. So I'm going to pop these in. Do the same thing with this one. I don't think I need any white right now. I'm trying to think what I want to do. I do want to fill in some of those toy soldiers. You know what? I'm going to do the toy soldiers with the regular chocolate. So let me get some of these red ones in here. I'll be right back. So I have a little bit of green, a little bit of red. And I do close it up. You know, we're going to put them in the microwave for the directions, like what it says. It usually says like half power, a little bit at a time. I'm not going to lie. Generally, I just let it go for like 15, 30 seconds, give it a squeeze, 15, 30 seconds. But it does say do 30 seconds at a time on half power or on defrost. That's up to you. This stuff, you know, you can break it. And I'm just going to use, for today, maybe just 1 or 2 chunks. I don't even know. Maybe just 1 chunk. Because I don't want to waste it. I will say, once you use it in here and it hardens, you can still reheat it later. That's what it's for. You can continue reheating it. If you are going to flavor this stuff, please listen. You do not want to use just any old flavorings. Let's say you have like banana flavors, I don't know, whatever, almond, I don't know what flavors you're looking for. You cannot just use vanilla or extracts like that. It has to be oil-based flavoring because this is an oil-based product. So if you put anything water-based in there, it's going to curdle and it's going to be real bad. If you need it to be softer, you can also add a little bit of Crisco. They do have these melting chips that are just, what are they called? Like paraffin? They're not paraffin though. I can't remember what they're called. I have them right there and I'm looking at them, but I don't want to pull them down. But if I can link them, I will. It sounds like paraffin. I can't remember. But it helps you melt them down better if that's what you want, right? Let's say that's what you're looking for. You really want this. It's not dipping well for you. Adding Crisco isn't like the best thing to do, but it'll work in a pinch. The other ones are these little wax chips. I keep saying wax because I don't know why. It just seems like wax. It's not wax. But you can add some of those and it'll help you, you know, get it to a softer consistency. But anyway, I'm going to take this to the microwave. And again, I don't want to reposition my camera and all that, but literally just pop it in there, 15 seconds, take it out, give it a squish. I'll be right and show you what that means or what that looks like. So I did about 15 seconds just because I'm not changing the defrost temperature. It doesn't look like anything's happened, but I promise you it'll happen pretty quickly. So just give it a squish and then do it again. 15 on full power, but again, you can do the 30 seconds on half, but you can see it's kind of melting. Okay, I'll do it again. Sorry about the camera, it's getting a little better, but the thing is you want to manipulate them because see how this is so melted, but then here it's like not. So you're just trying to distribute that a little bit. Okay, I'm going to pop it in again. It'll probably take another 15 or 20 seconds. Again, you're not looking for the microwave to completely melt this for you. There's still some chunks in there, like at the end here, that I can feel it's not quite melted. Just try to incorporate it and get it melted. Because if I put this whole thing in, it might start scorching. So you're trying to get it melted, but if there are some little bits, just keep squishing it until you don't feel any more bits. And I think I'm pretty much there. Well, now that the red is ready, I'm just going to pinch that and just cut a little bit off the tip here. Just the smallest amount, because we're going to use this as a piping bag, essentially. And so what I'm going to do is some little berries, because I think I'm going to make like a wreath with little berries and little leaves. So just wherever you want to start, you can either do like a little berry by itself, right? I'm just kind of rounding that off if you can. Or you're gonna make a little set of berries. So let's say I did those 3. And I'm just gonna do a few, guys, so if you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm making like a little round berry. Oh, of course, emergency vehicle every time. I'm gonna try to close up a little bit because I can see that the lighting is like horrible and I apologize for that, but that's what it is. Okay, so that was the first one and it's probably setting up already, so I'm going to come back and put another little berry near it. And hopefully what I'm trying to do is make like a little set of 3 berries. So they are touching, but they're not melting together because I already did the one Or again, you can make them all separate and then just put them all together when you go to make your little wreath, right? Let that set up a little bit. And you can use tools to kind of help you out. Like I can see the top of this one. It's too pointy. Let's just get rid of that point. That one already firmed up. That's how quickly, it's cold here too right now, obviously. Well, I don't know if that's obvious, but there you go. And then if I go back and do another one, and again, we're just doing this. You can do this for cupcakes. It looks really cute. For this one, I mean, it's kind of much because obviously these little treats, people are going to eat it real quick, but it's still cute. So just some little handmade little 3 berries. I know they look very handmade. Okay. And I'm gonna let those set up. And in the meantime, I mean, I still have this whole thing. I mean, some other ones, maybe you want to make like a little bow. I don't know if I can do this very well, but let's say you want like a little bit of a bow, like a little triangle, another triangle, fill it in. Okay, I can wait a little bit on that. Maybe put some little tails on it. And this is going to be very delicate, so just kind of pull that out and make a little delicate shape there. Hope you can see the little bow shape I'm making. Let's thin that out. Okay, and you can either wait and keep moving on making more bows, and then maybe come back in and put a little dot on top to make it look like your bow center. Or, you know, with Jimmy or a little mini or, you know, whatever. But just something else. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. So of course you can make sense of things like this. I can use this later to do some like striping on the things that we dip, right? So what I usually do is I'll move it away from that tip end so that when I put it back in the microwave, it doesn't all just come out this end. So just kind of move it away from there and then just leave it alone. And, you know, it might still be warm enough. I doubt it. It's going to start hardening. Okay, let me do the green one. For the green, I'm just going to, again, cut this. This is not the thickest Ziploc. It's actually some cheap ones. I don't even think they're Ziploc. But it's been a little harder to use. So with this one, again, just make like a little leaf shape, right? Just kind of out, 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 and then maybe fill it in. You can do just a skeleton shape. I'm telling you, they won't break. You know, you have to be like careful with them, but they'll work really well. So again, just kind of out, and then point. Do the same thing on this side, and then fill it in. So I'm just going to do a few of these, and then we'll move on to trying to see if we can mold some of those little soldiers. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I just made some extra ones just in case any of those broke, but there you go. So you have an idea of what we're looking for. And again, you can put these on cupcakes, cakes. It's going to be really cute. Oh my gosh, can you imagine a whole cake decorated with like a whole outer band of just like little hollies? Adorable. Okay, so we're going to try this guy out. I'm going to clean it out as well as I can, wash it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side. And with this one, obviously you want to make sure they're really nice and dry because you're going to mix the chocolate in with the water if there's any water there. And I've just put it in here just to make it easy to pour in. Squeeze in, should I say? So again, I don't want to fill them up completely. I feel like it's too much. So I'm gonna see how much I can get away with pouring in here. Let's say like half filled, right? And then we're gonna be super careful, and I might just be a glutton for punishment here because maybe they're just gonna break on me, but that's all right. It's worth testing out because if it works, then, you know, we know in the future we don't need all that. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of these guys. I mean, there's little gifts. I really like the soldiers from this. That's pretty much why I got them. It might be a little more than half full. It might be like 3/4 full. That was one block, and it's making quite a few of these guys. So after you put this in here, you just kind of give it a little smack, smack, smack so that it settles. And I guess I'm gonna fill in a few more. I mean, I do have these little gingerbread people. I just feel like they're too big for this project. That's probably something for another day. So I guess I can keep filling up some of these other ones. I'll be back. So one block did all these, and there was probably still some more stuck in the bag, but I just went ahead and tossed it because it wasn't enough to make another one. So I'm gonna put these to the side to harden. It's very cold right now. They'll probably harden pretty quickly, but and the chocolate actually has a really nice flavor to it, so that's good. From these molds, again, I got them at Joanne, it says just to break down the chocolate and put it right in the molds and then microwave it 1 minute at a time, or pipe into the molds, which is what basically we did. But I never thought about that. That'd be cool, but I think that's harder to manage, right? As it's melting. I don't know. But they're saying you just pop it right in there and melt it that way. Okay, so let's start dipping while those other things set up. I think for the little circles, I'm going to make wreaths. And I was going to mix the green and the white to make it a lighter green, but this is a very light green already, so I'm like, it's okay. I'll just, I wanted a different color green from this, you know what I'm saying, for the little leaves that we made. But again, it's very, I know Wilton has different shades of green and stuff like that, but these people just had the dark green. So I'm going to melt these, and then I'm just going to give it a little mix, a little melt, just like we did in the bags, but in a bowl. Okay, so I'll be back. Just follow your package directions. You can see, we're almost there. There are still some big chunks, so I will probably give another 15 seconds, and that'll probably be enough, because again, you don't want to scorch it, but you do want these things to melt down. But you see how the own heat from it is also melting those bigger pieces, but just a little bit longer. I think we're good. You want it to be really smooth, okay? So I'm going to keep doing this till it gets a little bit smoother. And again, it's really chilly today, so that also affects how molten. Now, I know people will be scared and want to make that even softer, whatever you want. If that means, another little zap, adding a little bit of Crisco, but, that part is also scary. So anyway, we're gonna take these guys, and I usually do this with 2 forks and tap off the excess. You really want to tap off that excess. And with this one, I will say, I'm gonna put it right here. Generally, I would put it in a way that's a little more uniform. You're gonna want to then, pretty much right away while these things are cold, is go ahead and grab your little leaves. And I know this is gonna be hard to see, guys. Oh my goodness. You wanna peel them off the backing. And where do you wanna place them? Like here? So there's one, and here's another one. And then my little group of berries, right? So right now that it's all wet, you can just do it all at once. And you have your little cute little wreath. Let me see if I can close up for you. Super hard to see, but there you go. So you have your little leaves, and that's kind of why I want to do a different green background, but oh well, it's what it is. I'm going to dip the rest of them, add whatever decoration I have, and I'll come back and show you the one with the little bow. But you want to do it while it's wet. If it hardens, then you can just get a little bit of melted, just add a little bit like glue, just a little dot, put your leaf, put the other one. But right now that it's all melted, it's easy just to add them on. One more I just dipped. And if you were making little bows, I'd bring that little bow over. You can just take it right off that parchment. Super easy. Look how delicate it is. But this is what I'm saying. So with these, it's a little more aspirational because, yeah, I can pop this on here. Maybe I'll put it there. It might break, You can face it the other way, or you can face it this way so it's at the top of your wreath looking in. That's probably the safest way. But with these guys, if I was making them, I would just have a whole bunch of them in a bowl. So, like, I don't know that I would take the time to make that bow. It's super delicate. Let me dip a few more, and then we'll add some peppermint crunch to it. Why not? It goes much faster when you do this than when you're trying to delicately place like something cute on it. But while they're wet like this, you can definitely come in and put some sprinkles, do some of the almond stuff. I don't know if you want to sprinkle it or if you just want to use a spoon. The kids love doing this. Just get them on there while it's wet. So that's one way of decorating them. Let's get some peppermint crunch on this. I love peppermint crunch, guys. Like, I tried to put this on everything. Oh, was that a recipe? Oh, darn, there was a recipe there and I just covered it, but oh well. Okay, so again, a spoon or however, and just sprinkle it right on, right? So they're gonna have a little pepperminty taste to them. Maybe a dark chocolate coating would be better with that. And you can think of all those pairings that you would normally make with food and try to replicate them in pretzel. Okay, so that's cute. Let me dip a few more and I'm gonna let them settle, and then we're gonna just use our little bags like this one, the red one, to get a little something cute on there. Okay, so I'm gonna dip some and let them harden. Dip a few more. I'm gonna let those, like I said, firm up, so I'm not worried about it. If you need to, zap this again just to keep it going, 5-10 seconds at a time, just a little bit, just a little something. I will say, let's check these guys. They're still feeling a little bit warm, but I can see that this is coming away from the edge, so I think that's a good sign. Let's see if I can get this out of here without breaking it. Kind of focusing on this top part, but trying to get the whole thing going. Oh my gosh, you guys. You're kidding. I mean, it is really thick. He's very cute. What I was thinking about is while they're kind of wet still is just popping one on here. Now that is a lot of chocolate for one little thing, but you know, I have several of these guys so I can waste them. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna do a couple more then, and we'll decorate them in just a moment. Like I said, when it's like in a bag like this, I will reuse it. I'll put this away with the rest of my little, you know, things that I use for dipping or decorating, and I'll use it again. When you've been dipping things in it, I would not put this away because it has, you know, salt and all kinds of things that fell off the pretzel in here. So what I do is I take a paper towel and I wipe out as much as I can and then just wash the rest because it is an oily kind of substance. Okay, so wipe it out with a paper towel, wipe off your tines, and then wash the rest. Well, while I'm waiting for these to harden, because it's so funny, in the bowl, like it was not, I couldn't dip anymore, even though it looked like pretty pliable to you guys. I wiped it out, it's like stuck down. These guys that have been dipped, it's still wet. Make it make sense. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to dip the rods in white bark. And so, you know, you want to get a good amount. So I'm using this skinnier, kind of longer kind of glass. I'll probably dip, again, I don't want to do too many because I'm not really quite ready for Christmas giving or, you know, platter making yet. So this is going to be a little bit of a pain, but promise to you, put more than what I'm going to put in. I'm going to put in, I'm going to do 3 blocks. So that's still not great. You probably want to do like 6 just to get a really good dip. But I'm going to put this in the microwave and do the same thing. 15 seconds, 30 seconds, give it a mix. 30 seconds, give it a mix. You know, whatever the package says. Okay, guys, a lot of times, and I'm so sorry, this lighting is driving me nuts. And all it is, honestly, if I block that little bit of light that's coming in right here, it looks better. It's just, it's throwing everything off. But look at that. It looks really nice. Again, it's just easier to dip. And you can imagine if there's twice as much in here, it'd just be a lot much easier to dip a rod. So I'm just gonna do a few of these. Again, same thing. Either you dip it, you let it form up, and then you add some cute like striping to it. You can't do it while it's wet because then it'll just melt in, unless that's the look you want. Maybe it gives a marbled look. I don't know. Maybe that's something cool. A lot of times I leave this in here, but I'm gonna take this out for right now and tip it as much as I can. And try to get this really dipped in there. And it depends on how much you want, right? Sorry, I was out of frame there a little bit. How much dipping you want on that. I usually do like half. Maybe even less than half. But you just take that, you can shake it off. It's not as delicate as like cake pops, which can be problematic. I do have videos on that too. But look at that, how pretty that is. And then just put it, you know, down wherever you want. If you want to add like peppermint crunch right now while it's still wet, you can take your little peppermint crunches. I suppose you could put this in the whole thing and dip the whole thing in peppermint crunch, right? Because then it'd be peppermint all over it. I would be very careful in doing that. I would just kind of turn it like on a plate. Don't dip it into something because it's just going to take all that white, whatever, you know, you're using off. You have that. Let's dip another one. Oh, let's get a toy soldier ready. And look at that, and I'm much more, boop, I just popped it out knowing that it's okay. Let me dip another one. And I'm sorry if this video goes long. I get ideas as I'm going along, and then I'm like, oh, we should try this, we should try that. Anyway, that's why I had that knife. I go in here and kind of just mix things again, just to make sure everything's still nice and warm and pliable or whatever. Okay, dip, dip, dip. Get that excess off. It's cute. Let's put that there. Oh, that's the back. It's funny because the pretzel itself does have a back side. I don't know if you've, look, see how this side looks nice, but on this side, kind of like that. Oh my gosh, that lighting is bothering me so much. Okay, and then let's just take that little guy and pop him on. Why not? Right? Just something cute. I don't know. You can even take some of your little leaves. If you want to make it very festive, you could put some little leaves, oop, behind our little guy, maybe. Like there. Oh, I dropped one, so let me grab the other one. Maybe back in here. Okay. He's just all decked out. Very cute with some little leaves. Okay, that's just something. We'll look at all these things in just a minute, okay? It's starting to fall over. We don't want it to fall over. Let's put that back where he was. There he goes. Okay, I'm going to dip a couple more, and I'm going to let them set up, okay? So we're going to do the same thing with this guy. Just stripe them. I might move these. Yeah. Oh, no, I want that one moved. So what happens is they kind of stick. You have to just pop them off, right? Because obviously stuff that was underneath them. I'm gonna move some of these guys over. I'm gonna dip 2 more and I'm gonna let them set up. Setting up. I would like to do 1 more. And I've been taking that knife and kind of just making sure everything's still nice and hot. Because see how it starts forming on the side of this guy. So let me just dip 1 more. And I probably want to let this set up a little bit longer than this. Because see how it's like still melting off. So you might want to give this a little bit of a rest. But I want to show you what I mean by if you want to dip all around, right? So I have little M&Ms here. And you can imagine you can either sprinkle them on or you can kind of do this kind of thing. But see how they're wanting to fall off? That's what I'm saying. You might want to wait just a little bit longer. But I would just leave it like that. So now there's M&Ms all around the thing. Dip another one next to it. You know, obviously recycle those. Okay, I'll be back. Over my kitchen counters here. I will say one more idea. Like I have this much and I'm not going to dip anymore. I already dipped plenty of them. I'll probably get a spatula. And you can make almond bark. I mean, I can do this. Get some of that peppermint crunch. You can use the leftover like brown chocolate and then top it with this white and then put some little peppermint crunch over the top. That'd be really cute. So you're making your Christmas bark. I am going to put some nuts on this, I think. I think that'll be really yummy. Now you can put the nuts down first and then put this on top of it. That's also very good. I'm just trying to use this up and it's not a big deal and we'll let it set up. I think that's as much as I'm going to get from this. And I'm just going to sprinkle some nuts on top. But again, you can put the nuts first and then put this stuff on top. I feel like the nuts on top is better because I can control it and see exactly where it goes. So I have these mixed nuts. They're salty and delicious. Pistachios and almonds and all kinds of things. Walnut, whatever. Just kind of push it in there. Ooh, you know, it'd be cute. I mean, I don't know, like peppermint with this. I don't think that'd be yummy. But you can use some of the other stuff when I get it going again, the little red and green piping bags, and kind of get that on top of here too. Maybe that's what we should do. It'd be very cute. Okay, I'll probably do that. So I'm gonna let that firm up. Again, I'm gonna wipe this out, wash it up, and I'll be back. A little while. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and zap these in the microwave for a little bit because they're, you see, firmed up. But I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So I pretty much got them reconstituted. So you can take this guy. This is the green one. I made sure it's all squishy and that little opening is still there. So I already have green on these guys, so I'm not that interested in there, but you can just bring it over and go like this. Just stripe, 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 stripe. Right? All the way across. And if they get, oopsie, I broke that one. So that's why you have to make plenty of them, guys. There we go. I just wanted to get her away from the other one. Okay? So you have something like that. I guess that's it. I'm gonna take this and put this on the bark that we just made. Hopefully it didn't get cold. I was sitting on my counter. It's so cold. Everything's cold right now. I didn't melt everything. I don't need that much of this. So again, we can go over and just, you know, the more stripies you can put and more fun, the better. And that they look pretty just like that, right? Okay, cool. Or on those bits that we just striped, we can add some of that peppermint, right? It'll cling to it. That's why I was waiting for everything to dry, because otherwise it would cling to everything if it was still a wet little guy. Add them on here. It's very festive. I'll leave that one just by itself. You know, the M&Ms, those are a little heavier, but they would definitely hold on. So whatever you want to do. So let me let these all dry up and then we'll take a good look at everything we made. Okay guys, I'm gonna take them all off of here and just put them on a plate so we can appreciate them better. But again, just be very careful as you're picking them off. That's why you really want to get all that chocolate off as you're dipping them, because they really want to stick to this thing. But it's okay. It's not, you know, some are going to be easier than others, and especially be careful with your, you know, on my channel I show you everything. So as you're taking them off, like I said, just do it carefully because you don't want to break them. But I basically hold them and then just kind of give them a push. So that one came off really easy. Of course the one I want to show you is not a problem. Hold on, let's try another one and see if it's stuck down like this guy. Okay, see, so I try to give it, I'm pulling it with this hand, but I'm also kind of guiding it with the other. Okay, so and then whatever's, you know, break offable, just do that, because obviously they're gonna break off anyway. Okay. And with these guys, same thing. I'll just kind of hold them. Well, this one we already saw me lift up, but just hold them and probably two very particular areas, like here and here, kind of towards the middle, and pop them off. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is usually where I film if I'm in my kitchen, but I thought, oh, in front of the window would be good. No, I'll never do that again. So anyway, I moved it over here. That's fine. So I just want to show you what we have here. So we have lots of cute things. I'm going to put them over to the side on the pan that I used initially, just so as we're talking about them. So these are the ones that we dipped, and then we waited, and then we, you know, did the little striping, and then we added the little bits on top. Right? The other one I broke, so I left it over there. This is the one we did initially where I went ahead and dipped it and then just sprinkled the peppermint bits on top. But then I added a little red squiggle just for fun so that you can see it's on top of the peppermint. This guy we had decorated with a few of the little leaves that we had made, and then our little toy soldier. We got a little red on him. Very cute. A little molded toy soldier. Molded, like molded from a thing, not moldy. This one, I just dipped it, I added a little gift, and then I also sprinkled some of the peppermint on there. And I'm telling you, you think this is so simple. It's just pretzel. They're so good. Something about that mix, it just makes it so much better. I dipped that one, sprinkled it. This is the one I showed you. If you're going to really deck it out with something, this one's going to be amazing. You know, just be patient and just kind of dip. And it is totally encrusted all around. This reminds me more of the kind of thing that you buy, like those gourmet ones, where it's all over. You can do that with any of them, of course. You know, just have to be a little more patient with them. Our cute little wreaths, you guys. How cute is that? So we have those guys. We have the one with the perfect little bow that we made, all handmade there. The one where I just popped the little guy on top. That's a lot of chocolate for one little pretzel, but that is okay by me. These guys that we just sprinkled as we dipped, sprinkled peppermint, sprinkled jimmies on them. These guys we waited, did this, you know, the little striping, and then added the peppermint on top after that. So lots of different ways to decorate these. I mean, this is just scratching the surface. Oh, I want to break up the bark that we just made, and then also that one that I broke. All I did was stick some more of the coating in there, and I stuck it together, and actually, look, it's stuck together again. So anyway, you can fix your oopsies. Let's see about this bark. Let's see if it's ready to go. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much ready to go, and it looks all crazy, and that's fine. And then this stuff, all you do is break it up and put it in a tin, you know, and people will just eat it all up. I mean, that's gonna be so good with those nuts on there. Love it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Again, I mean, you can put M&Ms on there, whatever you want, deck it out. The kids will have a really fun time with it. Thanks for watching. I hope you make some treats. Let me know how it goes, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.